Most of the time when arguing, it's not so much the substance of what you're saying as much as you're trying to sell it, or like you're trying to, it's like a pitch. Um, when I was talking to Chandler, he has this particular way that he speaks where at the end of every statement that he makes, he ends it with right. Sort of this kind of upward inflection. Like that's what a salesman does. He he's trying to get you to say yes, to buy his product, to buy his worldview. And when you say those kind of reaffirming words, right? Isn't that correct? It's a sales pitch. The more I listen to Chandler, the more I understand that to him wealth and power are the same thing. To him, if you're poor, that means that you're weak and powerless. You just can't do anything. And he believes that if you have wealth, you can just do whatever you want with impunity. He has a very one dimensional worldview, and while he might not call himself a Marxist, he very much thinks in that Marxian binary where you have the bourgeoisie and the proletariat, and there's two camps, and there's only two camps. And if you're if you're the proletariat, you're the working class, and you're automatically good, and everything that you do is good because you can't help it because you're repressed because you're the proletariat, and because the bourgeoisie are exploiting you. And whoever is identified as bourgeois, they're always guilty no matter what. There's no saving them. They're evil. We have to kill them. That's the way, kind of the Marxian worldview. You can see the roots of socialism, the fundamental, the argument at the root of socialism. So Chandler, he speaks well. I think he's on the spectrum a little, at least a little bit. Um, but and he's articulate, and he's probably a smart guy, but he has a very one-dimensional worldview, and it falls apart when you understand that uh, crime and poverty is relative. So what actually drives up crime is relative poverty. Absolute poverty, actually, crime goes down. So, like places in Appalachia, right? Very, very poor. Lower rates of crime than in a bigger city like Chicago. It, you know? So, besides the fact that just because you're poor, that doesn't mean that you're not greedy. It doesn't mean that you're not, if you had the chance, you would take as much as you possibly could. And then, well, wait a minute. Now you're the bourgeois. Uh-oh. They don't really think those things through. His thinking really does end at rich people bad, poor people good. And I don't think it's so much a love of the poor that he has as so much as it is a just a disdain for those that he perceives to have more wealth than he does. And so he has to kind of sell that worldview, right? See what I did? That that's his whole shtick.